This past Sunday was on the Shunnamite woman. And that is one of my favorite stories in the whole Bible, because that woman has such a great faith, and she's just phenomenal. And the Bible says she was a great woman. You know, her and her husband made a room for Elisha at their house for when he comes through. And in return, he's like, what can I do for you? What's something that I can do for you? She was up in age. Her husband was up in age. And she's like, I have everything I need. I don't need anything else. And so the servant was like, well, she doesn't have children. So Elisha's like, this time next year, you're going to have a child. And she's like, in my words, don't you lie to me. Don't. He's like, no, for real. This time next year, you're going to have a child. And she did. And she did. Something she never thought she was going to happen. That was going to happen. Happened. She had a child. But the unfortunate thing is that child passed away way too soon. Out in the fields working with Dad, and then grabs his head, my head, and he dies right in her lap. Now, when I was studying, I didn't end up having to teach this Sunday, but when I was studying to teach, that really hit me hard, because I'm not old, but I'm getting closer. And I don't have children. I know that's a desire that I have. And to her to finally have that, she didn't ask for it. She had probably reconciled herself to the fact that she was too old and she wasn't going to have children, and she was content with her husband and her life and everything. And then this great blessing come out of nowhere, and now it's gone. That would cause some real human emotions to emerge, some anger, some questions. Why? Why would you give this to me and then take it away? Why would you do that? You know, that in my mind, I'm thinking I would probably flip all the way out if God had given me that precious gift and then took it. But she probably broke down, screamed, hollered, cried like any mother would. But she did one thing different. She took that child, she put him on the prophet's bed, said to her servant, get some stuff together, I'm going to go get the man of God. She didn't even tell nobody that he had died. She's like, they come to her and they're like, are you okay? And she said, it shall be well. It shall be well. She knew good and well her son was dead, laying in that bed. And she's telling people, it shall be well. And then the next doctor, ma'am, are you okay? It is well. It is well. She gets up to Elisha. The servant comes up. Gehazi comes up, and he's like, you know, what's the matter? You know, is everything okay? And she's like, it is well. I need him. I need him. And then she fell at his feet. She grabbed him, and he tried to stop her. And Elisha's like, no. There's something going on here that the Lord's not told me. What's going on, hun? And she told him. And he's like, well, I'll send my servant, and he'll go take my rod. And she's like, okay, that's good, but you're coming with me. I come to get you. Because she knew if she could get him to go pray for her child, then it would be well. Her son would live. A miracle would happen if she could just get to the man of God. And of course, we know he come and he prayed for the child, and then prayed again, and the child sneezed, and he was alive, and all is well. Okay, but it could have been a totally different ending had she not had the faith that she had. And it really, really inspired me and gripped my heart, because when bad things happen, what is the first thing that we do? We sort of kind of get in the mully grubs about how horrible our situation is, and it is. And it is. Our situations can be just heartbreaking and shatter our lives. And like this, she lost a child. That's something that you don't ever get over. But in this particular story, she didn't accept it, because she knew if she could touch the man of God, if she could get him, things would change. We have that same privilege. We can go to God. We don't have to go to the man of God. We can go to him himself. We can take our needs. We can take our burdens to him, and he can move. If we take it to him. if we take him, if we don't try to carry it ourselves. A lot of us try to be independent and strong, and I can handle this and I can handle this, until we really cannot handle it anymore. We can't handle it anymore. And then it gets to the point where we're completely exhausted and we can't even go on. Don't let it get that far. Take it to the Lord. Now, this song is an old Isaac song. You may or may not know it. I hope you do. If not, you're about to hear it. It is well. There is peace in my despair, knowing God has heard my prayer. Peace in my despair. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever been going through something that hurts so bad? You cried out to God and you prayed and you prayed and you just felt that peace just come all over you? I have. And we found out that my mama died. When I come home and they told me that my mama was dead, that I had just talked on the phone to, that she was gone. That is a pain in my 34 years I've never felt. And but the Lord sent his peace. That peace that passes all understanding. Did it change the fact that my mama was gone and I wasn't going to see her again down here? No. That pain, and that was still a reality. That was still the truth. But he changed me. He gave me peace. He gave me comfort, and he helped me. So I have felt that peace in despair. You may be in despair today and you need that peace. Well, it's only a whisper away. It's only a little whisper away. You just call out on God and he'll give you that peace. I pray this song will bless you like it blessed me. There lived a man and a woman in a town called Shunnamite. They made a home for Elisha and found favor in his eyes. God sent them a miracle, the only thing they longed for. Within a year they would hold a son, as Elisha prophesied. One day they came from the fields, brought the child to its mother. She held his head there on her knee, and he died at noon that day. She didn't tell anyone. She ran to the man of God, and if anybody asked her, she replied, well, on her way. It is well. It is well. There is peace in my despair, knowing God has heard my prayer, and I will cling to the promise that he brings. Even death will have no sting, no power in hell. In his presence I will dwell, where it is well. Elisha stood by the bedside where she laid the boy when he died. He prayed a prayer upon him, and he breathed new life again. See, God doesn't ever change. If we'll have that woman's faith, he'll send you your miracle, and then you can say that it is well. It is well. There is peace in my despair, knowing God has heard my prayer, and I will cling to the promise that he brings. Even death will have no sting, no power in hell. In his presence I will dwell, where it is well. It is well. There is peace in my despair, knowing God, he's heard my prayer, and I will cling to the promise that he brings. Even death, it will have no sting, no power in hell. In going to be well, guys. It's going to be all right. No matter what you're going through, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. So I pray that this was a blessing to you. I pray that you got something out of it. And if you did, share it with somebody else. Encourage them. Somebody going through a hard time. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We serve the one that's in control of everything. All right, y'all have a great night. I love you bunches. Until next time. Bye.